seen your stuff on social media, boy, I know what you do, but you do it for play. If you do it for real, here it is, Kevin.
You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story?
Her ex-wife is going on tour with Katt.
Everybody went, I hope the tour is great.
The guy that sits on top right now have taken advantage of all the money that I have. I've shot over 56 specials for the up-and-coming generation of comedy.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close.
There has been a new feud. This time, Katt Williams and Kevin Hart, two titans of comedy, are involved. Williams allegedly targeted Hart, accusing him of brazenly pimping out to none other than music mogul Diddy. According to rumors, let's investigate the cause of the ruckus. During his recent appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club She Show, comedian Katt Williams is generating a social media stir by venting his frustrations against fellow comedians and performers. Steve Harvey, P. Diddy, Kevin Hart, and Cedric the Entertainer were among the people he verbally attacked. When Williams accused Cedric the Entertainer of verbatim stealing one of his jokes, he didn't hold back. Katt says you took a joke from him.
Say you stole one of his jokes.
Yeah, like, I mean, it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? It was like the idea of the joke that he was even talking about don't even match up with no timeline. So for me, it was one of those things like...
Did you have a conversation? Did you guys sell it? Did you have a conversation with Katt?
Well, I responded to him the way he responded to me, but that's what I said as well. I've seen Katt, even before then.
Right.
I've seen this guy 30 times. Like, dog, if you literally was that upset about it, like, dog,
just step to him and say, hey,
why didn't you say nothing?
Williams referred to Kevin Hart as an industry plant, implying that Hart's ascent to fame wasn't the consequence of natural achievement. Williams claimed that Hart already had film deals before moving to Los Angeles, and that there are oddly few Hollywood recollections of sold-out performances of Kevin Hart. Katt Williams has claimed for 15 years that Kevin Hart's ascent was unorthodox, claiming that Hart's early Los Angeles successes, his sitcom and the lead in Soul Plane, among others, defy conventions in the industry. Williams casts doubt on it, pointing to Hart's East Coast comedic beginnings in a Chris Rock documentary, which seems to contradict his concurrent residence in Los Angeles. Williams criticizes the allegedly stereotyped substance of the films, citing a 5-year period in which every picture Hart shot was first on his desk.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
Wow. Williams highlights his opposition to specific subjects, advocating for humor without unneeded stereotypes. He bemoans the ways in which the industry operates, highlighting the idea of gatekeeping and bringing up Kevin Hart's assistance in launching Tiffany Haddish. Williams questions the concept that there are no gatekeepers, showing the existence of various gates, each presumably controlled by specific individuals. In his rant, Williams claimed that despite the narrative of openness, certain figures consistently hold access to opportunities in Hollywood. He also opened up about turning down certain offers that came with compromising demands, revealing that even the disgraced film producer Harvey Weinstein once made an inappropriate proposition. Williams claimed Weinstein offered to perform an act on him for career opportunities, a proposal that Williams firmly rejected. In another instance, he declined both favors and a $50 million opportunity, emphasizing his commitment to preserving his integrity and refusing to take any shortcuts to success. The comedian didn't shy away from calling out Steve Harvey, accusing him of lifting the premise of Mark Curry's sitcom hang-in with Mr. Cooper for The Steve Harvey Show. Williams also took a swipe at Harvey's potential as a movie star, asserting that he lacks the range and compares to Mr. Potato Head in looks. In Hollywood gossip, Williams contradicted Ricky Smiley's claim that Williams was initially intended for a role in Friday After Next, asserting it as a fabrication. He even went a step further by including a clause in his contracts stating he wouldn't work with Smiley unless he's in a dress, humorously connecting it to Tyler Perry's penchant for cross-dressing roles, claiming neither can convincingly portray a man. Williams dived into the controversy surrounding his comments on allegations against Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, alleging that he faced cancellation for discussing these issues involving black men. Despite the potential repercussions, he stood firm on his position, emphasizing that even someone as influential as Diddy couldn't escape criticism, citing the recent essay allegations against him by four women. The comedic world is certainly not short of twists and turns, with Williams unapologetically steering into the storm. Following Katt Williams' bold questioning of Kevin Hart's journey to stardom, Hart took to Twitter to brush off the criticisms. In a tweet, Hart advised Williams to let go of his anger, adding that the situation is quite disheartening. The ride-along and Jumanji star didn't dwell on the negativity and instead shifted focus to promote his upcoming Netflix comedy, Lift. Taking another jab at Williams, Hart encouraged everyone to check out the movie trailer, playfully referencing a moment where his co-star, Dugam Bathura, says, "They really love you," subtly suggesting it's a nod to Williams. "Gotta get that anger up out your champ. It's honestly sad," Hart wrote. In the meantime, please enjoy my movie trailer to my next film, Lift, which will be dropping on at Netflix in 8 days. There is a moment in the trailer where Dugam Bathura says they really love you. I now know she's talking about Katt, he added. In another humorous retaliation, Hart fired back at Williams during the Friday night NBA Unplugged broadcast, injecting a dose of laughter into the Knicks vs. 76ers game. With a mischievous grin, Hart shared some comical facts about Williams and his supposed stint as the owner of the New York Knicks. Here's a fun tidbit about the New York Knicks that you might not be aware of. Hart quipped during the game, Katt Williams actually purchased the Knicks. Rumor has it he took them home, realized they weren't his vibe, and returned them with a receipt. Chuckling through his words, Hart added a playful twist, asserting he's the first person in history to pull that off. Buying the Knicks for a mere 15 days, and then deciding they weren't the right fit. Talk about a quick return policy. Hart's light-hearted jabs were delivered as part of his guest appearance on NBA Unplugged, a unique broadcast format for the NBA games on ESPN, similar to the entertaining banter of Peyton and Eli Manning on Monday Night Football. The comedic exchange on the basketball court adds an amusing chapter to the ongoing banter between Kevin Hart and Katt Williams. The ongoing verbal sparring between Katt Williams and Kevin Hart has been a recurring spectacle, marked by public exchanges both online and in interviews. One of the earliest instances dates back to August 2014, when Williams, talking to TMZ Sports, didn't mince words when asked about the funniest athlete. Calling out Shaquille O'Neal and Russell Simmons, Williams suggested they should steer clear of comedy, adding a sharp remark about Shaq being a bum. He also dragged Kevin Hart into the mix, humorously claiming he wanted his bitch back, a playful jab at Hart's rising success. Fast forward to Williams' conspiracy theory tour in February 2016, where he took another swing at Hart during a show in Atlanta. Williams dismissed Hart's comedy prowess, even if he's a puppet, and urged the audience not to be mad at the puppet, Hart, but at the puppeteer, Jim Henson or Walt Disney. Hart responded subtly on Instagram, emphasizing the importance of comedians supporting each other. However, Williams persisted, challenging Hart in a video ahead of his Philadelphia tour stop. Williams proposed a $5 million bet involving a variety of challenges, including comedy, basketball, and rap. The tension escalated, prompting Williams to issue a public apology during a March 2016 appearance on V100 and 3 Atlanta's The Big Tigger Show. Williams acknowledged his mistake in attacking Hart with vitriol and expressed regret for attempting to embarrass him during his set in Philadelphia. He apologized to Hart, Heartbeat Productions, the Plastic Cup Boys, and anyone associated with Kevin Hart, recognizing Hart's status as the reigning king of comedy. Williams humbly admitted his error despite the rivalry and sought to mend fences in the comedy world. In a significant turn of events in the Hart-Williams saga, the spotlight shifted to Tiffany Haddish in September 2018 during an interview on V103's Frank and Wanda in the Morning. Williams questioned Haddish's comedic prowess and ability to draw audiences for a major tour. Responding to Williams' comments, Kevin Hart came to Haddish's defense on The Breakfast Club later that same month while promoting their film Night School. Hart expressed frustration with Williams, emphasizing that blaming Hollywood and the white man for setbacks doesn't absolve personal responsibility. Hart pointed out that Williams had a prime opportunity to be the star, but allegedly lost it due to issues like drug use. Hart urged Williams to take accountability and questioned if he had used his platform to uplift others. He defended those, like Haddish, who were now succeeding, urging Williams not to disparage those making the most of their opportunities. Fast forward to September 2021. In an interview with Baltimore radio personality Persia Nicole, Williams claimed he would win in a comedy battle against Hart. He boasted about having over 10 specials and dismissed the idea of competing, suggesting it would be an uneven match given his extensive work, including movies, specials, and television appearances. Williams humorously remarked that it might not be a battle they could afford to engage in, emphasizing the depth and breadth of his comedic repertoire. The banter between Hart and Williams continued, adding another chapter to their ongoing comedic rivalry. Katt Williams' recent verbal barrage has prompted responses from some of his targets, including Cedric the Entertainer, who took to Instagram to dismiss Williams' claims as revisionist history. Cedric emphasized that his career couldn't be reduced to a single joke, expressing disappointment in Williams for airing their issues publicly. Ricky Smiley, another target of Williams' criticisms, addressed the casting controversy for Friday After Next on his radio show, asserting that he had no reason to lie about the situation and emphasizing his gratitude for the decision made.